All right, hello everybody. We are back for our second episode, which it's a small but still meaningful milestone. 90% of podcasts don't get past this, and we're just two amateurs who really like riding
Yeah,
one wheels. So it's pretty important for us.
yeah, we're just going for it. Yep, second podcast. We just got some cool stuff to talk about, and let's just roll right into it.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, I think we should uncover today just just briefly what how should you feel when you're one wheeling, you know? Like should you like you definitely shouldn't be like uncomfortable or you know what I'm saying? Like you ever see those riders who are just like they hop on their one wheel and they just like don't look good riding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like how to get comfortable, how to get used to the way your board really works. You're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important part of that is just writing, and especially like you can even go on YouTube videos and stuff like that. There's so many good like just beginner YouTube videos about like this is how you should ride your one wheel, this is your stances, this is how you shift your weight and just all that because if you just keep writing and you don't really listen to any of that, you could end up writing in ways that actually uh that aren't good for stability, and you never unlearn that. So there are like a lot of good material out there about how to really
Yeah, yeah.
accentuate your writing, just like your base level writing.
Yeah, for sure. Um like just building that muscle memory, you know? Just getting on your board and shredding it and like getting on different terrains. Like maybe you're riding on a lot of flat terrain and you're not getting that techie side of the one wheel riding yet. Yeah. So like as soon as you hit a rock or as soon as you hit something like that, it's gonna throw you off. So yeah, it's definitely yeah, just getting out there and getting your one wheel on those different terrains
Yeah,
definitely makes a
yeah.
difference.
Yeah, and the thing about muscle memory is you have to watch out for like if you're doing something in a way that's like not if you're doing something wrong on your board, if you're writing it in a way or shifting your weight in a way that's not helpful for you, your body will learn that as well. Like you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
learn, you have to like really feel into it. It should be for most people really easy to feel into how the board works and how to write it correctly. But for some people, it's not second nature. Like especially if you haven't done board sports before. Like before one
yeah,
wheeling, I had skateboarded a lot, so that really helped me out. You know?
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I feel like people in the one wheel community, like they do have a background of board sports, but there is definitely a lot of people who like haven't done a sport, you know, or have never really done a board sport, and the one wheel's like that the first thing for them, you know. And those are the people who like really need to like get their stance and learn the riding style and like learn how to like basically just stay athletic on the board opposed to, you know, like being awkward on the board, you know?
Yeah, yeah, totally. And I would say go on YouTube if you're feeling like that, or go to your other writer friends if you have them. But go on YouTube, check out like Float Life, Craft and Ride. And I'd say the official One Wheel channel is really good for people like who are beginners, who are trying to start out on their board, trying to really feel it out. You don't need anything fancy, no fancy tricks or anything like that, just really straight out beginners.
Yeah, definitely the one wheel. I'm sure they have some like basics on the riding stance, and um, you should definitely go check out some videos on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, and if you want like specifics or you want it to just be super easy, they even have the whole One Wheel Academy page in the app, you know. But that is pretty basic stuff. I'd say
Yeah,
definitely the best way is to go to a group ride or ride with some friends, other people who know how to ride, maybe got you into the sport and they can really help you feel out, you know, your improvements.
Yeah, and definitely, yeah, going to group rides and meeting like other one wheelers. Like I saw this guy one wheeling at Choice Mart the other day, and I'm like, you, like I'm trying to call him off, and he's like, he has like an XR with a varial kit, and he like has no idea like who I am, and my dad's like, yo, dude, you gotta come to the one wheel shop. He no idea that there was any other one wheelers in the community, you know, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what? Yeah, and like just from like that one like instance of us like meeting, now he could come to a group ride and he could excel as a rider, you know?
yeah. And even for people who aren't like looking to be, intense, like, or being a writer, like a lot of people
Yeah,
just want a cool mode of transportation or something, some way to get around. It's
yeah,
still
for sure.
like you want to be comfortable on that, Like I ride along the highway a lot. You really, and especially here in Kohala, on
Hmm.
northern side of the island, it's really a small town. The road, not a lot of shoulder, paving isn't always that good. You really want to be comfortable if you're even for transportation.
No, for real. Yeah, and like if you see somebody like on a motorcycle or if you see somebody like driving a car, they're not like awkward in the car, you know? Like, you definitely want to gain that focus and that the trust in your board, you know, before you go take it out on a trail or before you go take it out on a road or you know just riding from point A to point B. You could that's I feel like that's when people hurt themselves. Like you know, like when they get too ahead of themselves. You know.
Yeah, too comfortable. That's what happened to my
Yeah.
dad the first time he tried it out. He just
Yeah.
tried to
Yeah.
put he was on XR, so he just tried to push the board down too much and he like it wasn't even like a the board nose diving, it was like a self nose dive.
Yeah. See,
So
like
you don't
yeah.
want to
See.
get a false sense of comfort, You don't want to like
And then
be.
that's one of the things too, like the one wheels are like they're not that fast, you know? Like I feel like people try to go hop on it and they see like one of the pro one wheeler or just like maybe a more advanced rider ride it and they see him zooming down the road and then they hop on it and they just like stomp the front foot down just like as hard as they can to try to accelerate it and then of course they end up nosediving, you know, because they don't know how to accelerate. Like it's definitely not a violent push down on the front of the board. It's more of a lean with the top half of your body, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. It's one wheels aren't I would say if you're looking for pure transportation, and you
Yeah.
haven't like decided what to get yet as far as, personal electric vehicles, an e-bike is gonna be better for personal transportation.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not that like e-bikes around the same price as a one wheel aren't really gonna outperform it too much, but they're
Hmm.
just going to be way more stable, way more easy to catch on. One wheels are, like most board sports, harder to get used to. So
Yeah.
I feel like you should only get one wheels if you're looking for fun. If in, it's
Yeah,
really
it's definitely
useful for
fun.
getting around, but it's also like a ton of fun. And that's like
Yeah.
the main part of it.
Yeah, and then like if you're looking for that like extreme, I'm gonna go as fast as I can, like zoom, 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 you know, it the one wheel's not really, you know, the gnarliest, you know, like I feel like the people in the one wheel community, they they go there because it's chiller than, you know, motorcycling or uh like, you know, any of those extreme sports that are a bit more dangerous than one wheeling, you know?
Yeah. And if you really want like a PEV that can perform like a motorcycle, I like there's only one answer. That's definitely an EUC.
Mhm.
Those things are crazy. Like the people who ride them on tracks and whatever, it's definitely a tier above any one wheeling as far as danger goes.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Like that's
I'd
so
let
much more
I'd let
extreme.
uh I'd let my kid ride a one wheel before I'd let him ride a UC, you know, like unless they're like super super good at it, you know, like Jonah or something. But like like I feel like a kid could just hop on a one wheel. A kid couldn't just hop on AUC, you know?
Yeah, I can't even ride the UC that well, and like I
Yeah.
have the experience of that kind of similar kind of balance from a one wheel. It's a lot harder. So
Yeah, definitely. It's like snowboarding opposed to skiing, you know?
yeah, yeah, one
Yeah.
wheeling is like a good medium spot. It's not it's not extreme. It's not like super hard to get used to, but it's also a lot of fun. It's not just you get on it, press down on the throttle and you go forward.
Yeah. Uh and I think the the group rides and all of that, like it's definitely making riders, you know? Like they'll go to the group ride and then they'll hear about, oh, there's one wheel races. What? One wheel people race these things, you know? Like I don't know if are you gonna go out to any one wheel races this year? Are you gonna try to make it?
On the mainland, I don't think I can. I'm going back this summer to the mainland, but it's
Oh
just I don't
man,
know if I can ship my board. It's so expensive.
man, yeah, it's definitely.
I'm
Have you thought of trying to rent one at the event or something?
Yeah, I've thought about that, but it's also like I don't live on the mainland. I'm not near any of the events. That's the thing. They're all down towards what the East Coast? Yeah, towards the
Yeah.
East Coast, I think.
Man, you got to make it out to at least one of them. I think we got Let It Ride coming up in a week here, and I'm definitely making it out to that one. I'm reigning champ at that race in the pro
Yeah.
division, so I'm excited. It's going to be pretty nuts.
Yeah, I don't
And
think I don't think I can. I'd
yeah,
love to come to one like this summer if that's a possibility, but I'd have to talk to I'd have to talk that out. I don't know if that's a
yeah,
possibility.
bro, that would be awesome if you could make it out, dude.
Yeah.
Could get some sweet footage and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely going out to Vegas. I'm gonna try to make it out to every race in the ORLC circuit this year. It's gonna be an excited season.
Yeah. And even if you're a beginner rider, like there's so many, especially if you're on the mainland, Out here in Hawaii, you got to ship your board back or rent one. It's a pretty big hassle. But on the mainland, there's so many events that you can just show up to and you don't have to be that good. You can just have a lot of fun no matter what.
Yeah, that's like one of the advantages. Like I have to ship my board every single time I go to a race. Like I'm shipping it to Vegas and then I'm gonna ship it to I think Texas next. And yeah, my board's just gonna be shout out to FedEx. Um, but yeah, I'd be shipping my board all over every single race. So yeah, it's definitely kind of a hassle, but
Yeah, and
yeah.
if you want that same kind of because like so many of the races have really nice tracks, and some of those can be really hard to find. But if you're, beginner or not, doesn't really matter. But if you're looking for more experience on trails and just having more fun on trails, definitely look around for like mountain bike trails and like yeah,
Oh yeah,
state
for sure.
or yeah, state parks or national parks or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, and if you can't, yeah, if you can't make it out to the races, you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. Or I mean,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
even
yeah.
if you just want an easier way to access really nice rides off road.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, national parks and like even just like beach rides, especially if you're in Hawaii, you know, just taking your board and like lowering the tire pressure to like three, and then you can just go right on the beach, you know, just like super chill and easy, and it's always nice and fun.
Yeah. And
But
if you live in one of the states that gets really nice snow, you can pack that up into some nice ramps.
yeah,
See that
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
for sure.
time
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
You seen Luke Austin and all of those guys, they're going crazy in the
Think I
snow.
saw him, yeah, doing a massive jump in the snow.
Dude,
That
it's
seems like a lot of fun.
insane, bro. Yeah, shout out to Luke Austin. Those and Eddie Metz, bro. Those guys be catching so much air with their overlanders. They yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like my flight fins, but those guys with their overlanders, they lift off, bro. They're like They can catch
Yeah,
some
I'm
serious air with
thinking
those.
I'm gonna get some flight fin extenders, or maybe even I honestly I should just get some overlanders with the flight fins as well. Just have like a full lock on.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
that would be
Uh,
crazy.
yeah, and I'm working on a project right now, uh, on the property I live on because there's this massive gulch here, and I'm cutting a trail into it. It's gonna be pretty fun. I got like
Sweet.
all the way down into the gulch already. I'm just making my way
Awesome.
through it. Yeah, yeah.
You should definitely get some footage just just building it and make like a little, like montage of you
I
just
was
like
thinking I'd
building your
do
home
that.
trail. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
pretty sick.
yeah.
But yeah, that's you're out in Kohala, right?
Kohala, yeah, Kohala.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so you got the finer dirt out there. So yeah, it's I love riding in Kohala. Just like all the trails out there, opposed to the trails Kona side, are just like the dirt is just like so much finer and just like they're like real trails. Like it doesn't hurt to fall.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
That's a
lava
big
rock.
part.
Basically what I'm saying is we're not riding on like straight lava rock. Like
Yeah,
it's it's definitely more forgiving.
yeah. It's it's so much fun to just find some really nice trails. And I went riding in volcanoes last weekend. I got some
Yeah.
footage there. Probably be a video coming out maybe by the time this podcast is out. But like if you find really nice spots, really good trails, it's just like you can keep it, it doesn't get old, you know, you just keep riding over and over again. It's so much fun.
Oh, and definitely volcano. I don't like if you make it out to Big Island and you have a one wheel, definitely go take it to Volcano National Park. Like the
Yeah.
people, the rangers and everything, they're kind of sketch, but like I went down there a couple times and they're super chill to me, and I just went and rode all day, and bro,
Yeah. All right.
it's a blast down there.
There's a way to get into. You don't even have to pay because there's a walking trail. So
Oh,
probably not a lot of people who are gonna actually go to volcanoes are gonna,
yeah,
are gonna be listening to this. But if you are, there's a walking trail about maybe a mile towards, how do I explain this? Like a mile towards Hilo from the main volcano's gate. And it's just a little pull in. There's a gate there, and there's an unlatchable like one person gate because it's a nice walking trail. Can't bring any dogs. That's the only thing. It doesn't say no bikes or anything like that, so it should be all
yeah.
good.
That single track that goes down to the
Yeah,
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 dude. No, I know that one that you're talking about. There's a Strava there, I think.
yeah. You just take
Oh
that
my.
trail to the left, and you can go all the way to the Crater Rim Trail, which is like 2.5
Yeah.
miles, and it is
Yeah.
like it's so cool. It's like this
So cool.
tunnel of tree ferns and ohia trees. It is the nicest place.
I think I got some footage there a while back, and bro, yeah, that single track is just like amazing, bro. Like you're like kind of dodging trees while you're going, but it's and there's definitely some techie sections too, but it's one of the flowiest trails on the island, I'd say. You
Oh
know?
yeah, dude. It's so like slim, but I felt so comfortable just zooming right through it.
No, for real. Yeah,
Yeah. Also, the
it
Kau Desert Trail, I want to check that place out. It seems really nice. Like down in volcanoes, they have some good trails.
Kau Desert Trail. I've never heard of this one.
It's from volcanoes, it's like 12 minutes towards Kona, just right off the highway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of this one.
Yeah. So if you're
We
trying to
got
find some
it.
nice trails to ride, whether you like mountain bike or any kind of like any kind of mode of transportation like that, go down to volcanoes and ride the park right around there. It's really
Definitely, yeah,
nice.
definitely. If you're going down to volcanoes too, you need to get the Strava app. And if you're a one wheeler, in Strava, you record an ice skate because who's doing ice skate in Hawaii. So um yeah, just switch that baby into ice skate. And if you're at that single track, just turn that on and put your time on there. And we'd love to see where you'd be at against the locals. And yeah, bro, the single track over there, it's just a blast. You definitely got to go hit that if you got a one wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, I I need to get that app, but it doesn't work because I have a flip phone right now. I need to get an actual phone
Oh man.
because my
I
phone
think
broke right after I bought my GT. I still have to pay that off. I do not have enough money to get a new phone, so I'm stuck with the flip
because you
phone.
bought your GT, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I mean, at least you got
it's
your
worth it
GT.
though, dude. It's worth it.
Yeah, at least you got your GT.
Dude, I
Oh,
got a $70 flip phone
that's
off Amazon
hilarious.
and it can run YouTube. It's the most hilarious thing.
That's crazy.
And the Onewheel app still works on it. I can't see how fast I'm
Oh,
going,
you
but
have the Onewheel app.
yeah,
Oh
on the
yeah,
flip phone.
that same that's crazy.
I can't see my speed or yeah, I think it's just my speed I can't see. I can do everything else.
Well, I mean, it's working for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
well, I feel like we've covered a lot too, and we could I think we can talk about just I
I
think
think it'd be good to talk about like boundaries, like limits when you're starting off, you know? Like
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
you don't
sure.
want to advance too quickly. Because I'm looking
Yeah,
up
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh,
I've had my
and
GT for a couple weeks now, and I've only gone 22.5. That's the fastest I've gone. 22.5 miles per hour,
yeah,
which
you
is
definitely don't
over.
need to be exceeding that if you're a beginner, you know? You don't need
Yeah.
to be going too fast.
Yeah, you don't want to go crazy fast. And even on a pint, like if you're on a pint, I'd honestly say you can go a little bit over on a pint. You know, you can ride that pushback pretty easily on a pint. That's a
Yeah, yeah.
comfortable board to do that. Like I've gone
But
almost 20 miles an hour on a pint and
definitely
it's
like
comfortable.
just as easy it is to ride the pushback, it is to nosedive it, you know? Like on
Yeah.
especially on the pint too, like the pint and the XR, like they're just so easy to nosedive compared to the GT and the GTS, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I just
like
say if you're a new rider or any rider in general, and haptic buzz helps a lot with not nosediving. So if you
yeah, yeah, the
hear that
haptic
solid
buzz, yeah.
buzz, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely want to slow down. You definitely want to respect the pushback. Like I feel like the worst falls happen when you're just like, oh, I'm going super fast. I'm feeling great. I'm cruising my pushback. I'm riding the pushback, and boom, over pushed it and just dead stop. And then you're sliding along the concrete or whatever terrain you're just riding on. You know,
Yeah, the other
and
thing
like,
is you can be super comfortable going really fast and then you just start going a little bit uphill and you're overclocking it, you know?
yep, yep,
Or you
just
just
that
hit a little
slight
bump and you're
change.
overclocking it. It's just that's
Yep.
how easy it is. You got to be really
That's
careful.
why you definitely need to be diligent. Just like when you're driving a car or any vehicle, you know, like the one wheel is it even though it doesn't go that fast, it's definitely can still hurt you or hurt somebody else, you know? Like you definitely if you're going fast, you definitely want to be cautious and you definitely want to know what you're doing.
All right, I think we are at around 20 minutes right now, so we're just gonna wind down, give our final statements. Jafari?
I think it was a good podcast. We had a lot to say today and I think we killed it and stay tuned for the next podcast.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more flowy. I think we might be getting the hang of it a bit more.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting better.
Yep.
Second podcast.
All right. Catch you guys in the next one.